Well, victory is deserved.
Look at that clearing surrounded by ruins. I think those mercenaries are guarding something over there.
Stop right there, you lot.
Do I have to keep saying it? Look, Lord Franz has been...
I know exactly what happened to Lord Franz.
Then why are you still blocking our way? Are your lives really worth the money he paid you? Or maybe he promised you riches beyond your wildest dreams if you protected this place. Because let me tell you, you are dreaming if you believe him.
I don't know what we're guarding here, and I don't care to know what you're doing here. But a deal's a deal. We were paid to guard this place, and that's what we're going to do.
You don't need to uphold a contract with Lord Franz, you know. He's not exactly a good person.
Our honor depends on it. What kind of future will we have as mercenaries if we abandon our posts? So please, leave now.
I understand. You're not wrong for being loyal, but you placed your... Draw your weapons.
I'll be praised for this, right?
We fought our hardest, but it still wasn't enough. We surrender. We have no way of upholding our part of it. I will order my men to gradually retreat.
He's gone. I guess he wasn't such a bad person after all.
General Hogan appreciates honorable fighters like him. Maybe the Heroic Order will have use for their services someday.
That must be the place where you hid the seal all those years ago. I can sense its residual magical energy. Even after years and years of being drained of its power, it was this very magic that sparked the flames in my heart. That flame has never been extinguished, Magister. Now go. Cast your magic at...
wait! Oh, I didn't get to memorize the incantation.
And that, everyone, is the power. I can sense a faint stirring deep within the earth. A heart that should have stopped beating long ago has begun to pulse with new vitality.
Does that mean the seal has been mended? Will the cold weather finally go back to normal?
In a matter of days, yes. This land needs...
Thank goodness it's finally over. We should go back and report everything to General Hogan. It looks like I'll have a lot of paperwork to do. Wait, aren't we missing someone? Where'd the rabbit go? He didn't just run off, did he? I know he's a natural escape artist, but he really helped us out. I was even going to ask General Hogan to reward him for his troubles. Yeah, we should look for him outside of camp. I just hope nothing happened to him.
Oh, it's you guys. The wind is calling me. It brought me a message. It seems the situation in my homeland has become even worse. The Dark Forest. It's a sacred forest blessed by the deer spirit and protected by the stars themselves. It's also the place where I grew up. It used to be such a beautiful, harmonious place. But then, the corruption appeared. A filthy magic that can never be eradicated. One that grows back whenever we cut it down. Finding a way to purge the corruption is the whole reason I left my home in the first place. I've spoken to a spire mage, and even a druid in a cabin. But the answer's always the same. It's as if the corruption has a life and will of its own, and refuses to be removed from our lands. So, when I heard there was a powerful mage living near Ryham, I figured I would test my... That's when I discovered those strange grapes. The magical instability in Ryham looked just like the corruption in the Dark Forest. I thought that if I followed you, I might find a way to get rid of the corruption. I didn't expect to come face to face with the legendary Merlin. Nor did I expect you to purge the corruption in these lands. But I saw it all for myself, with my own eyes. So please, Magister Merlin, I'm begging you. Will you deliver my home from certain doom, just like you did with What? You're the all-powerful Merlin, aren't you? Oh well. Please, save my home. Save the Dark Forest. Really? You're willing to help? Yes, I've been chased by monsters through the mountain.
All right. It looks like reporting to General Hogan will just have to wait. Then again, even though you hardly... Are those two hamsters of yours still around?
Chippy is always around, so long as my... How can...
Glad to hear it. Now go stock up on supply. Isn't that right, Bunny Ears?
Well, that's right. May the wind guide our way. Thanks,
Come on, Bunny.
So, he's running the show? You were able to save him, I see.
Yes, my lady. My apologies. I never intended for this eyesore to end up in your presence. I will remove him from your sight at once.
No, please. I beg you, give me one more chance.
One last chance, hmm?
Yes, just one last chance. I will not disappoint you, my lady.
I hope not, for your sake.
My lady, pardon me, but I've seen you kill for less.
He did help us with our little problem, so it wasn't a total failure on his part. I'll give him one last chance. All that matters is our little experiment on the other side of the dark forest.
A great victory, the glory of which belongs to each and every warrior.
Well, victory is deserved.
No threats nearby. My senses...
All right. The Mauler.
Hey, you all right? Be more careful.
You desire an audience. And what?
Inventory, shipments, deliveries.
General Hogan, we're back!
Chippy, right?
I don't need details. It's an honor to have you here helping Raihan. Come with me. It's time for a little celebration. Steak, good brew, and freshly caught eels from the lake. Also, here are some nuts for you to enjoy, Chippy.
It's not often that the General...
You're not saying no to my hospitality, are you? The Dark Forest? You mean the woodlands north of Hollowstone? I heard there's been trouble in that region lately. The Wilders hold dominion in those lands.
General, long story short, she has been invited by the Wilders to help solve a crisis that is very similar to...
So, something strange is happening over there as well. Don't worry about it. I'll pray to Jura for you. I hope your journey goes well, and you return safely.
Magister, are you leaving without me again?
Magister Merlin, or Miss Mariel, are you going?
No need to apologize. I'm well... Never mind. I'm used to waiting for her. At least this time, you won't forget me, right, Magister? That's all I needed to hear.
Magister Merlin, I'll remain here with Miss Mariel and observe the results of the sealed Dura above. Wherever you may roam or stay, may your magic light the way.
What's wrong, Bunny Ears? Is there an issue with the boat?
Nope, the boat's fine. It's at the docks. Hasn't moved since I got here.
Things have been a little messy in the Dark Forest lately. Do you really have to go?
We're going there to fix it.
You? I guess, since you're a wilder, maybe you won't have a problem. Here's the deal. I'll get you there, but I won't do anything else.
Sure.
Same rules as before, then.
Please tidy up a bit more. These are my guests, and I can't have them stuffed into the cargo hold like I didn't have a lot of money. It was fine, but there's no way I'd let you do that. Then it's time to set sail. Dark Forest, I have returned.
What's happening here? The Dark Forest should be less. People here seem like they've been wallowing in the mud. All grubby and upset.
Since you have a ship,
It's best to depart from here. If there's space on your ship, kindly consider taking these refugees too.
Listen up, Corin, my friend. Regardless of your eye, it's pretty damp and cold by the river.
Those bunny ears.
You bet I am. Thanks to my ear.
You lot issued an exclusion edict and are forcing refugees to leave the Dark Forest. I haven't had a chance to sort things out. Look at the weak and elderly. Is this the Wilders' way of welcoming guests?
Hold on. What exclusion edict?
Enough talk. I am taking them into the forest, no matter what it takes.
I'll be praised for this, right?
Ouch! My arm.
You're injured? That shouldn't be.
Oh my! You're hurt!
A sword wielder, 2 talking hamsters, and you. Who are you? What are you going to do about that? Because you are all outsiders in...
Mr. Corin, we were invited to come down from Hollystone to help with some... small... If I still can't gain your trust, here's my heroic order emblem. And as for these few... Please, Magister. I'm not up to shouldering that time. This is my friend and her hamster familiars. As you can see, she is a great mage.
You don't have to tell me. I learned that well a moment ago. Now that you've introduced yourselves, here's the story. These refugees from the Remnant Peaks had their village attacked by golems. They also sought help from Hollystone, but something odd occurred there and their pleas went unanswered. Forced to flee, they've ended up here.
Well, talk about coincidence. We happen to be the ones involved in the Hollystone incidents.
What? You?
No, don't get me wrong. What I meant to say is that's too bad. If you go to Hollystone now...
These refugees have faced hardships on their journey, with many being elderly or disabled. Now, with ships to and from the Dark Forest widely suspended, they can't leave immediately. You just arrived here from Hollystone. I understand that you may not be familiar with the forest's expulsion of... Sorry for my impulsive behavior earlier. A very simple and cruel order. Non-wilders are strictly forbidden from entering the forest. Those who enter and stay are promptly expelled without question.
Unbelievable. The Dark Forest has always been a welcoming place for friends from afar. Particularly around the docks, where there are camps for trade.
You are half right. Those camps have indeed been a lifesaver, sparing the refugees from rough nights after a long journey. But the exclusion edict is also true.
I don't understand. Why are my people... I guess I've been away from home for too long.
Something seems off. How about we have Lorson lead us to the forest and see for ourselves? Just standing around won't help. Let's go investigate further into the corruption and the exclusion edict.
Let me lead the way. I need to know what's the deal with this exclusion edict.
Well, victory is deserved.
Mr. Corrin, are there any ships up?
No. There are only a few half. I met a wilder who's willing to help. So is little Jonathan's fever down?
He's fine now. All thanks to the herbs you found. Since there's still hope of getting into the forest,
Miss, I noticed there are still quite a few elderly people and kids in the tents. Are only a few of you...
When the golems attacked our village, the men insisted on having the elderly and...
We need someone to stay here and ensure their safety. Considering their shortage of supplies and manpower, whether it's lifting the exclusion edict or removing the corruption, there's no time. I will stay here. Mr. Corrin, Lorson, and you, please head to the forest first. I'll use carrier pigeons to contact General Hogan. See if... Sorry. Allow me to go back on my word for the sake of protecting...
The heroic order truly lives up to the ideals of... Don't worry. Anyone who dares to lay a finger on the magic...
Inventory, shipments, deliveries. Am I every call?
You desire an audience.
Oh! Wow, a promotion! Without the salary increase. But
Experience is the best teacher. It's a good thing that Valen stayed behind. These Gruglins, during my patrol earlier, I noticed that the
Gruglins going crazy for no apparent reason, and
nonsense. Why would there be a connection between them? Perhaps the Wilders only imposed the exclusion edict to protect us from the Gruglins in this area. I suppose that's too good of an explanation.
The Gruglins in the forest weren't this aggressive before I left. Could it be that... I can't wrap my head around this. Do you have any clues? Oh, right. I remember there's one nearby. Apart from here, corruption is also... It's called corruption because it affects plants, making them look like they've decayed. Clearing out the decayed parts won't prevent them from regenerating, much like the grapes near Ryan. Words may not suffice. Come with me and I'll show...
Chaotic and oppressive magic feels quite similar to what I sensed in Southville, but it's much stronger and more ominous. I'm not Hammy! Are you okay? Magister, what's going on? What just happened to Hammy? Hammy, stay strong! Our Magister is here!
Hey, let me take care of little Miss Hamster. You find a way to tackle that corruption. How did something this harmful end up growing in the Dark Forest?
Can you clear out these corrupted roots using the method that worked? I'm counting on you. Besides you, I can't imagine anyone else or any other way to completely eradicate them. Please, do your best.
Magister, thank you for purifying the...
Brian? He's Brian, a wind whisperer just like me. It's been a while. What brings you here?
Lawson, my lord. Your return was accompanied by incessant clamor.
Stop. Don't call me that.
Huh? His status remains a mystery. Lawson is Master Arden's student, and among the younger generation of the Wind Whisperers. He stands out as within the Dark Forest, the Dusk Patrollers, Wind Whisperers, and each of the three factions appoints a say.
Hey, you make it sound like I'm bad at...
Of course not. Apart from running out of the forest seeking aid, neglecting daily tasks...
Don't call me that. Hey, Brown, meet my friend. She's the great Magister I brought back from Hollowstone.
I've heard. Are you aware that the corrupted roots require regular uprooting, or else they'll regenerate? Normally, it takes several weeks for the corrupted roots to regrow after removal.
As you've seen, she does have the power to eliminate...
It's best if you see it that way. As a Wind Whisperer, discussing with Captain Leica...
Leica? It's nothing.
Mr. Corrin, you seem like you require some help, too. The wind...
Took you some time to remember that. You lot are a far cry from the...
Please, quell your anger. The exclusion edict was issued by Captain Leica will articulate the particulars.